whenever Indians in any part of the world have faced any problems, be it a medical emergency, be it a war-torn place, or be it a political situation, one airline has always risen up and has saved thousands of people and has reunited hundreds of families. And this one airline is a national carrier, Air India. And I'm Aryan Kumar, and this is my very first talk show on the channel Amigo Aryan. So let's get started. Since you all know that the coronavirus has hit the entire world and the world has come to a standstill, in such a situation, we're all under a lockdown and thousands of people of Indian nationalities across the world are stuck and they are unable to come back. In such a situation, Air India and the Ministry of External Affairs in a joint venture have launched the Vande Bharat mission, and according to this mission, people are being brought back from different parts of the world back to India safe and sound. All this happened for the very first time in the month of February, and when Air India launched two of its Boeing 747 aging aircraft to bring back people from the city of Wuhan, which is the epicenter of the novel coronavirus. And these 648 people not only included Indians but also 7 Maldivians. Hats off to you, Air India. But did you know that this is not the very first time that Air India has launched such an operation? There have been instances in the past wherein Air India launched special operations to evacuate Indians stuck in different parts of the world. This was the year 1990 when Saddam Hussein had announced a war against Kuwait, and there were thousands of people of Indian nationality living in Kuwait. Over a night, thousands of Iraqi army troops entered Kuwait and started destruction, and great atrocities were done to the Kuwaiti citizens living there and also the Indian nationals staying in Kuwait. Seeing all of this happen, the Indian government decided to do something, and it was decided that the military aircraft from India will fly all the way to Kuwait and get all those Indians back from Kuwait. But all these military aircraft require special permissions to fly over, and each country needs to give them permission to fly over their airspace and reach Kuwait. But all this would require a lot of time, so instead Air India had come into picture. Indians residing in Kuwait were asked to leave for Amman, which is the capital of Jordan, and from Amman 488 flights were operated to evacuate 170,000 Indians over a period of 59 days, and all these flights were run by Air India, Indian Airlines and the Indian Air Force. This has been the largest ever civilian evacuation mission conducted, and also a movie called as Airlift starring Akshay Kumar was made about this event. So in case you haven't watched this movie, you can watch it anytime. Back in 2006, the tensions between Israel and Lebanon were increasing, and caught up in between these tensions were 2,300 Indians, Sri Lankans and Nepalis. These people had no hopes of coming back home except for the government. The Indian government took a stand here again, and it decided to bring back all these people back home. But it was a very complicated and a very lengthy process. First, it was a war-torn country, and also the liaising between the Indian High Commission and the local authorities had to be very, very effective. However, required permissions were sought, and these 2,300 people were transported from Lebanon to Damascus in Syria. Reason being, the Indian Navy could not pick up these people from Lebanon because Israel had blocked all ways to enter Lebanon by water. These people were then transported from Damascus to Cyprus by the Indian Navy, where Air India aircraft were already waiting for these people. These people were then put up on those Air India aircraft and sent back home. This has turned out to be the most complicated evacuation procedure so far because 3 nationalities were involved and permissions from various places were required. So this is a recent one. In April 2015, a civil war broke out in Yemen, and this became more severe when Saudi Arabia and all its allies had joined the war. So this resulted in the lives of 42 different nationalities being in danger. So they all had to be evacuated because they all had no other place to go. The Indian government the Indian Armed Forces and of course Air India teamed up and saved 4,640 Indian nationals and brought them back home. Also, 940 people of different nationalities were also evacuated from war-torn cities of Yemen and brought to India and then later sent to their own countries. Since Yemen was a no-fly zone, our aircraft could not fly into Yemen and pick up our citizens. Indian Navy warships including the INS Mumbai picked up these people from Yemen and transported them to a nearby port in Djibouti in Africa. So from there these people have flown on the Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster aircraft and then eventually on the Air India aircraft back to the safety of our home country. So this mission, called as Mission Rahat, was guided and conducted by the then Minister of External Affairs General V.K. Singh, and this mission was internationally acclaimed because we ended up not only saving our own citizens but also citizens of other countries, and not only us but also Pakistan. They saved 11 of our people. So good job, Pakistan. Next time you sit on an Air India aircraft or you call them names or do any of this shit,
open the door, loser,
or any of this shit,
if I say boycott, fucking Air India, done. If I say
just remember what Air India has done for us. I would now like to end this vlog on the note that भले हम अपने देश को भूल जाएं, लेकिन हमारा देश हमें कभी नहीं भूलेगा. जय हिंद, जय भारत. Guys, I hope you liked this video, and in case if you did, please give this video a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and drop in your comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog on the next Friday. Later.